Now, the older the giants would live, the bigger they would get. They don't stop growing. The larger they get, the more their noses and ears grow, and they begin to look more like trolls, which are very ancient giants. There was one thing that the giants used to maintain and prolong their lifespan, and that was consuming human hearts, brains, and human body parts, human blood. For whatever reason, I'm not going to claim to know, by doing this, they would add years to their life. Now, this can be seen in the legend of the Raven Mocker. Now, this is why the giants ate so many people to prolong their life, and that is the story of the Raven Mocker. For the Raven Mocker to live virtually, as long as it could, as long as it wanted, it would never be truly immortal. It would have to do these gross acts.
Yeah, we're seeing these big clusters now, which remind me of the photographs we got from Toby. And then we were seeing this again. Still not to the mind blower yet. Still not to the mind blower photograph yet. And by the way, guys, all the stuff we've been talking about with Gary Parker and Divine Global Witness and Naughty Beaver and all that kind of stuff, all we're doing is connecting dots to show you the deception that they're going to use. They're going to say that they made us, which would be true. They did make us, but they made us illegally. This is an illegal manifestation of a bioform. We're not supposed to live and die. We're supposed to live. That's the eternal rule. What you're coming to, the big conflict that's happening isn't necessarily just between good and evil. That's trite. The conflict that's happening, or the big, call it struggle, is between the eternal perspective versus the finite one. And you have to start thinking from the eternal perspective and stop thinking from the finite perspective. That which you can see, feel, touch, taste, and know. Okay? The eternal perspective, nobody knows it all. But eternity, listen to me, that's why this all is happening. So that we have a chance to look up in the sky and say, things ain't what they've been told to me have been. And I need to get a different perspective. And there's also this thing called the eternal identity. There's an eternal identity that you have. It's critically important that we get in touch with the eternal as opposed to the finite.